You're a victim in the moment, you're a survivor in the end. That's the message a couple from Largo tried to teach dozens of kids during their time in the Midwest.
Gary and Linda Hansen retired here in Florida and brought their inspiring story with them. Let me warn you, some of these burn photos are graphic. 10 News reporter Bobby Lewis is on the road in Largo, where burn victims are really burn survivors.
There is art on every wall in the Hansen home, even masks.
They're very special, obviously.
Beauty lives here, especially for Gary.
I had burns from the top of my feet to the top of my forehead.
Gary Hansen is a survivor. Don't call him a victim.
Burned through to the kneecap.
For 27 years, he's lived with reminders of the accident that could have taken his life.
In May of 1991, I was in an auto fire. They were able to get me out of the car. The fire department pulled me out of the car. My nose, the tip of it was a 4th-degree burn, and that's why I had nasal reconstruction.
For 18 days after Gary was burned, he sat in the hospital wondering if he was going to make it. Doctors said it was very touch and go. And 6 months later, in September 1991, he and Linda got married. Their love survived the scars. And for 18 years after they got married, they operated a burn camp for children in the Midwest. A chance for kids to understand that the scars were only skin deep and that there was life after them. And that inspired Linda onto a new project to define what beauty is.
This is a large percent body burn.
Linda compiled beautiful photos of the kids in her burn camp, pictures of fellow survivors.
This young man was burned when he was 3 in a very common injury. He was playing with a cigarette lighter.
Faces of survivors who smile now, with beautiful stories to share.
This young lady's now married with 2 children of her own. Cool. Life's good.
I'm not a victim anymore. It was hard for that first year or two to really believe that because I was suffering. But now, certainly I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor.
On the road in Largo, I'm Bobby Lewis, 10 News.
It took doctors 3 years to reconstruct Gary's body. He needed to have his nose rebuilt. He looks back on that terrible car fire now as an opportunity to impact others' lives in a positive way. And it's such a lesson for all of us. This is someone who went through such a horrible tragedy and now takes the time to teach all of us something about life and to appreciate life.
I think that he's probably changed a whole lot of lives when he's saying that he just wants to be some kind of positive impact.
Yeah.
He's done that with so many kids.
Well, plus for those people who are no longer victims, but for other people who see them in another light, now you get a different perspective from it.
That's wonderful that they're able to do that.
All right.